Hardly will any investor come to a country that is not secured to invest. So that's why I want you all to really pay attention on this issue about insecurity in Nigeria. Our politicians are jumping up and down, clamoring for power, who is to lead, who is to govern, but they're forgetting the most important thing: the welfare of the people they plan to govern, the security of the people they plan to govern. It is sad. El Dorado, I wave you back, my brother. I hope your family is doing fine. So, my regards to them. So, when we talk about the security in Nigeria and why it's paramount, I noticed something. The people in power currently, I don't think they're even interested in our security. But before I go into that, I want you to understand and really look at the level we have actually brought in ourselves. I want us to remember what Chief Michael Zekeme said. This is one man I so much respect. I really want you to listen
The
to his
prediction
statement.
some years ago that Nigeria would become a failed state has actually come to pass. Some of the indices of a failed state are when non-state actors possess equal or stronger or more potent power than a legitimately constituted government. Power of violence, instruments of coercion and violence, as we are seeing now. And let us not always be saying Nigeria is indivisible, it is indissoluble. It's not a textbook definition. Indissolubility and indivisibility can only be brought about when you nurture unity, mutual respect, egalitarianism. It is already divided because every geopolitical zone is already going according to its own details. There is no cohesion. There is no leadership. Can't you see that Nigeria is hemorrhaging? Can't you see that we are bleeding? Can't you see that we are on a journey to no destination? Can't you see that the president should wake up from his self-imposed cocoon and hibernation and seize the reins of power and save Nigeria from what remains of ourselves, self-implosion, self-immolation? Can't you see that we are tottering, we are wobbly, we are groggy? Can't you see that we are falling? We are falling apart. Can't you see that we needed, as yesterday, to do something urgent to save Nigeria from the precipice, from breaking up into smithereens? Can't you see that the house is collapsing, that the edifice is collapsing? Can't everybody see it? Even if you are blind, can't you feel it? Even if you are blind and you can't feel it, are you numb?
Why I really had to play this again is for us to understand if a legal luminary like this is making such deep statements, it means that something is really wrong with our country. You see, I really wonder the kind of human beings that are really existing in that country. I give you an example, for instance. Please, if you find out that there is a problem with the voice, I really implore you I beg you to let me know. Personally, I have a little cold, and if my voice is not going well or I cough, please bear with me. Howbeit, before I go further to the insecurity, I want you to listen to what President Buhari said at Chatham House in London in 2014. Then it was Jonathan that was in power. When he made this statement, the whole world were looking at him.
I, as a retired general and a former head of state, have always known about our soldiers. They are capable, they are well trained, patriotic, brave, and always ready to do their duty in the service of our country. But in the matter of this insurgency, our soldiers have neither received the necessary support nor the required incentives to tackle this problem. The government has also failed in any effort towards a multi-dimensional.
Did you hear that? He says he understands our soldiers, that our soldiers, of which he's a product of that, and the general for that matter, that our soldiers are competent, they are not well equipped, and that's why the insurgents, they're always very selective about the language. They call them insurgents instead of they being very truthful to their lives. I'm not even talking to me, because if you cannot tell yourself the truth, you hate yourself, because they hate themselves. The leaders, they hate themselves. That's why they don't tell themselves the truth. Now, what do? They call it insurgents, bandits. You and I know that these are terrorists that are rated the world over. Our soldier is well equipped.
This
Let's
problem
listen further.
leading to a situation in which we have now become dependent on our neighbors to come to our rescue. Let me assure you that if I am elected president, the world will have no cause to worry about Nigeria as it has so recently.
I laugh and laugh.
That Nigeria will return to its stabilizing role in West Africa. We will pay special attention to the welfare of our soldiers in and out of service. We will give them adequate and modern arms and ammunition
You
to
hear
work
that?
with. We will improve intelligence gathering and border patrols to choke Boko Haram's financial and equipment channels. We will be tough on terrorism and tough on its root causes by initiating a comprehensive economic development plan, promoting infrastructural development, job creation, agriculture and industry in the affected areas. We will always act on time and not allow problems to irresponsibly fester. And I, Muhammad Buhari, will always lead from the front.
Pretty fine. He promised that he was going to equip the soldiers, he was going to give them everything they needed, and that he was going to lead from the front. My dear president is already, his 7th year is ending in office. It's about, the last time it was counted, I think it was 419 days remaining for his 419 lies and 419 deceits. I think it's even less than going to 400 days more, which is about a year and some fraction days. He will leave the office. I can't even remember when the president has gone to meet the victims of terrorist attacks. Nigerian president had never done that. There was a time I saw his picture on social media, with all respect, walking like an antelope he went. Maybe they diverted him to somewhere. He did that and went away. Not even the vice president. This is what is happening in Nigeria. And this is what he went to tell the world at Chatham House that he was going to do. They lie, they do all kind of things. Anyway, that is not the thing. It's even very annoying that these people, they know the truth. They know that these guys are terrorists. And they refuse to admit the fact that they're dealing with terrorists. Any attempt at handling this issue is treated with kid gloves. Oh, that my brothers, that this, that. There and then I begin to wonder, what can they achieve if they do such a thing? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. They cannot achieve anything. Now, look at a senator. The newly...
If you can protect a spare part dealer.
I want you to listen to this. This is Senator Abdullahi Adamu, the newly elected chairman of APC, the ruling party. APC is the ruling party that is ruling the country. President Buhari is a member of APC. This is what he came out publicly to say. Meanwhile, I don't even know why this man, notwithstanding that he has been indicted by EFCC for squandered millions, I think about 15 billion or 15 million, I don't remember, but thereabout. The amount is correct, but whether it's million or billion, I don't know. Yet, nobody's even talking about him anymore. Our President Buhari nominated him, made it a consensus candidate of APC, and today he is the chairman of the ruling party. Listen to his words, what he is saying about the terrorists that are terrorizing Nigeria. Just listen.
If you can protect a spare part dealer. Yes. If you can protect a spare parts dealer, why can't you protect a husband?
In case you're not a Nigerian, when they talk about herdsmen, these are terrorists that move around with their cows all over the country, slaughtering anybody they see with guns and machetes, killing people. In fact, you don't count the number of dead they massacred in the southeast, in the south. You don't even count the number of people they have killed in the southwest within these 7 years of Buhari's regime. Well armed, equipped. In fact, their operational way is well known. That I'm going to show this after the video. You see where they go, and their weapons are buried on the soil. They just go there, they dig out their weapons, and they do what they want to do, operate and bury it there. How do they get these weapons? Of course, they're getting it from security agents in Nigeria. And now he's saying that he's comparing killer terrorists operating in Nigeria is comparing them to the common spare parts dealer, motor spare parts dealer. I mean, sometimes I wonder, are the people normal?
If banks, private banks would be rescued, government will come in public funds through the central bank or whatever to rescue failing banks. With public, central government money is government money, it's your money. Why do that? I cannot do that to rescue the husband from problem he has to do. There are some questions we need to ask ourselves. When I was growing, they said to me, when you look at somebody, say, yeah, you be shaky. You see that? You be shaky. Only one finger is pointed at you. These three are pointed at me. So there's nothing wrong with modernization. I am all for it. But that is to add voice to the hues and cries already on the floor for government to address the issue of herdsmen. No matter how.
You hear that? For government to address the issue of herdsmen. Now, these so-called herdsmen, which are Boko Haram terrorists, because you cannot distinguish, they are all the same. In Nigeria right now, you cannot even move from Abuja to Kaduna by road. If you try it, make sure that you have already written your will if you have anything to give your people. Sign your death warrant. If you put that car on the road, you are a dead person. If you're not dead, be sure that you're parting off with millions and millions of naira. You now come to railway. You go by rail, you are a dead person. They come, they take it over, they do what they want to do. They even entered Kaduna Airport, an international airport, and was running after a plane that was about to take off on the runway. They took over the place and nothing happened. These are the people our dear chairman of APC is telling the government to find a way and negotiate with them. I really wonder, are we normal at all? As a people who are leading us, they are not even interested in. Has Buhari even gone to see the people that were caught? Has he gone to even see the people that were victims? I remember one young girl that was untimely killed, Chinelo. She's buried, and that's the end of it. While she was dying, she was tweeting, and Nigerians were laughing at her. To tell you the kind of stone we have. In fact, most Nigerians have brought out their heart, and in place of that, they put stone. Why? Because they're no more thinking like normal human beings. We're not yet at war. The one we had in 1966 to 1970 was hell. Of course, the Nigerian side and the Western side, they were eating and feeding fat. They didn't understand what the Biafrans went through in the pogrom. I was a baby boy. By the time the war ended, I was 70. I was 7 years. I saw everything. A 7-year-old boy knew the details of what he went through. Not to talk of my own town, was one of the airports, Biafran airports in Oga. So nobody can tell me anything. I saw it. I lost my lovely uncle, Robert Azubike, a graduate as at 1964. He was killed. Working with the central bank, he had to leave it to go and defend his house. My mom mourned the demise of her brother even till death. Now, this is what they are treating with kids' glove. They don't care. They come up on the net, they make arrogant statements as if Nigeria is permanently belonging to them. They can do anything they want to do with it. You see, when I look at the way things are going in Nigeria, I really wonder, are we normal at all? Of course we are not. Meanwhile, as he's talking this, the terrorists are still holding people back. Ordinary Nigerians that they took from the train. My question lies, these people have been taken from the train. How come the managing director of Agric Bank was released? How come?
My own case, I started from and I'm talking on behalf of the government should please have a kind of totality. Thank you. I'm a student at Adverts University. What is your name? I'm from which state? Kaduna State. Where are you studying? I'm schooling at Kaduna State University. Which course? Agriculture. Next woman. I'm glad it's women.
Just take a look.
Next staff of Defense Industry School of Nigeria.
Look at the animals. Terrorists at the back, they are holding guns.
If the government would have a listening ear and accede to what the populists are talking about.
Oh, my name is Adverts. I was going to Kaduna for I trip.
Mu ne fasinja da muka taso daga Abuja zuwa Kaduna ranar Litinin 28 ga watan
This is what Nigeria has turned into.
wanda akan hanyar mu zuwa Kaduna aka samu nasarar kama mu. Tun daga lokacin zuwa yanzu muka sanya kan halin da muke ciki, akwai
Something that has never been imagined.
akwai tsoffi wanda yake ba su da lafiya, akwai mugaran kan wanda yake
They are now happening all
shekaru
over
mara tafiya,
Nigeria.
muna cikin wani irin hali na kare kai. To don haka muna kira ga yan uwa da abokan arziki da kuma ita gwamnati da a dalilin da ya shiga wannan kunci na rayuwa da shi wani abu na gaggawa dangane cewa.
And what effort is the government making to even release them? All they are carrying, this one will see and just came out to declare for president. He's telling us it's you're improving on insecurity. Are you not part of this particular regime? Amechi is busy there running around the stadium to show us that he's physically fit. Meanwhile, he came out when this thing happened, started talking nonsense, as usual.
There are drones in intelligence. There are drones but there are drones. There are different
What reason can you give for the death of people that they did not give you money to put the necessary security you're supposed to put on the rail lines? I mean, do we know the value of life in Nigeria? Are we using these lives to go and just do trobon trobon? By official counting, it's about 8 or so many people that die or less than die there. You don't talk about the quantity that are in hospitalized. Nobody says about it. Excuse me. They are there. You're giving reason. The next thing you came out with is
what I need is a camera that shows you that okay, 10 kilometers away from the tree, or 100
if you know that in the course of discharging your duty as a minister, things are not given. Resign. I've never seen any of you resign.
We didn't need
People are kidnapped. He doesn't care. The other time was telling us that our president doesn't cooperate. He doesn't do what they file on his bill. He doesn't care.
But I don't think
That is the same kind of attitude all of you are using.
finding the technology that lets them around.
I have always maintained it that the problem with Nigeria is leadership. Nobody can tell you otherwise. It's just leadership.
We're about to do this one for one in one. But we need to work. You ask me what is the and it's not high enough to
He's even annoyed that the person is giving if any member of his family is affected here, he will come differently.
And I had one earlier that is important to get justice of human life. Since that point, we were
You would have talked differently. Brothers and sisters, please don't forget to go to my YouTube channel as displayed here. Like and share. Like and share. Subscribe to
by now we have saved
subscribe.
And we have saved life.
Imagine a train that terrorists came to it, hijacked it. But this time it's not made in Hollywood or Nollywood or what's the Indian one called? Bollywood or Ghaniwood or whatever. From Ghana, all these things. But it's happening live. lives wasted. And that is not the only thing even. A train that is supposed to carry 370 people officially now is carrying 970. Do the difference, you see how much that the NRC, Nigerian Railway Corporation, have stolen and pocketed in their pockets, including the minister, because the minister is there, director of railways, all of them are getting their kickback. The country is smelling, thieves everywhere. Everywhere, they don't care. And that's why they call it business, to make sure they hijack power now. They have abandoned all their ministries. Nobody's working. All they're interested in jumping around because they need that power. They know that that is their source of income. And all of them they want to get it dead or alive. I call on you, Nigerians. 8 years, if you're 10 years today, in the next 8 years, you'll be 18. That is maturity. If you're 20, if you're 22, in the next 8 years, you are going to be 30. Don't think you're young. The youth should come out. Get yourselves registered. Take your PVCs and change these motherfuckers, because if you allow these people, you are all going to regret your lives. It's no more, it's not going to be, it does not concern, it has to concern you. It has to concern you. Don't say it's not your business. It is your business. And all of you in diaspora right now, start doing something before it's late. Start doing something. Now, the other day, we were talking about how much the military have spent within a space of, in fact, close to 1 billion. What is 1 billion even? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, either 1 trillion naira or 1 billion naira, I don't know. For these 3 years, money allocated to the military for current expenditures, reoccurring expenditure, everything. They are using it to fight this insurgent, this and that, everything story. Boko Haram, they've almost taken, in fact, they're even in Abuja. So what is meaning? You guys are still fighting for who government. You don't even know whether Sorok will be there. You don't even know whether Sorok will be there. Whether it has already been negotiated out. Because it's clear that all these things are, if somebody, people in power, are coming out openly to defend terrorists, defend their actions, I mean, it tells a lot about the people. And you that is quietly sitting down there thinking that all is well, is going to be well. Mbao. Hear your military. Just listen to what a top military officer is saying.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and comes back, turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspect any position in this country.
I think I did not hear that very well. I want you to listen to this very well. An ex-Boko Haram. Ex. Can a terrorist be ex? Question. Can a terrorist be ex? If he lays his arms today, he stands to be president of this. Can you imagine? Are we in this? I mean, Are we the same? Are we the same Nigerians? Hear them again.
An ex-Boko Haram stands having laid his arms and turns his way away from his negativity. He stands to be a president of this country. He stands to aspire to any position in this country.
Meanwhile, these are the military that are supposed to be defending you against terrorists. And this is his mentality. Nsogbu. Now listen to a so-called repentant terrorist. Listen to another one. Just hear what he said.
ta daure man wanda yake cikin daji ya ta'addanci ba Allah ubangiji ya tsine ma Allah dauki rayuwa ta a wurin bahilla ce saniya aka san shi da ita sai noma saniya ba ta haifa bindiga AK 47
What this man is saying, he says, I swear to the Almighty God that the government is the one arming us. Nigerian government is giving them arms. Look, you see, he swears Nigerian government is giving us arms. He's talking his native language, Hausa. He said, we Fulani don't know guns. We only know cows and how to rear cows. Cows don't give birth to guns. I swear to God. We just sat down and were supplied AK-47 by the government. And I'm not afraid to say the truth. This was what Sheikh Dr. Ahmed Gumi had directly from the terrorists. A so-called repentant terrorist.
bindiga AK 47 gwamnati ke turowa har muka samu mu kuma wallahi dalilin da yasa billahi lazi shekara na 7 ina makarantar allo amma lokacin da na dawo na tsinci kaina a cikin wannan abun wallahi ina mamaki kullun ina tunanin rayuwata saboda mahaifana akalla a kasar dan banga da
I mean, just this where it didn't mean words that government give them. They don't know anything like gun. They don't. All they know is to carry their car and walk. I remember when we were kids, they were walking around. They walk their way, you go your way. That they don't disturb you. They were only handling stick. Just a stick they handle, and they might be walking with more than 2,000 cows. Covering kilometers, over 700, 1,000 kilometers by leg, day and night. They never disturbed anybody. Today, arms are given to them to shoot everybody and do what they want, simply because one so-called man who called himself Baba, and Nigerians are worshiping him. Anyway, not Nigerians, corrupt people. I will just say that destitutes, because I can never worship such nonsense. I will never. Now let me show you how where they bury their guns. People go there, they know the locations. They go there, they pick out their guns, they go and kill people and bury it on the ground. See how they're digging it. They know the exact spots. And these are not just small guns. AK-47 assault rifles. Everywhere in the bush. They go there, they dig it out, they bring it out, they shoot, they kill. And you say nothing, cannot do anything. Now the government will now say that they are rehabilitated. Take them out, give them food, give them the best buildings, the best housing, clothe them well, feed them. Some of them are even sent abroad in the name of rehabilitation. Then the people that they have killed, the victims, they are just in DIP camps. I mean, what kind of human beings are leading Nigeria? What kind of human beings are leading Nigeria? How do you treat terrorists as if you're dealing with a common criminal? EFCC will see any young boy walking along the street of Lagos or even Abuja, or any guy that comes from abroad that has a little money. The next thing they will come for him, arrest them and put inside jail. Police army are on the checkpoints. They are extorting money from people. They don't care. Now see the weapons. Imagine, look at how they bury weapons in the ground. When they want, they come here, unearth it, and move and start doing what they want to do. And you're protecting them. Abba. What have we done to actually merit these things? Buhari has been seeking for leadership of Nigeria since immediately after the Civil War. We never knew that he was coming just to destroy the country, Parabata. And everybody should go. Just imagine, look at what he has turned Nigeria into. Look at what he has turned Nigeria into. People are armed all over the world. Dog, thanks for coming around. My greetings. You know, they take their weapons, they do what they want to do, they kill whoever they want to do. And look at just that, testing the whole weapons. Even our military don't even have the type of weapons that see, when I look at all I cry for my It's sad, it's unfortunate, it's unbelievable. Yet, everybody's doing as if it doesn't matter. Now I just want to play how Amechi was excited this morning, running around the beach. Barbados has planned to leave Nigeria. Honestly, I just don't know. He ran around the field, showed his strength. Of course, he's more fit than Buhari. Then showing the world that he has the strength to lead Nigeria. Now he came up to declare. But all these things are discussion for another day. When we look at our beautiful country, Nigeria, and see the extent to which it is drifting, one begins to wonder, as a nation, what are we doing? What are we doing? No wonder one man just, to tell you that so frustrated is the system. And yes, I'm a Christian and I accept. But I think I like what this man said here. I like what he said here. He told them the truth, how he's feeling.
Father, today, the powers controlling this nation, Nigeria, making us to suffer in the midst of plenty. For as long that they are drinking water, Lord, I use this water as a contact. Let it begin to cry against them. Yes. In the name of Jesus Christ. Lord, the power controlling the weight of this nation that has vowed that nothing good will ever come out from this country, Nigeria. Lord, I decree, as they drink water, let the water begin to cry against them.
Oh, yes.
Let the water in their system begin to dry up. In the name of Jesus Christ.
I mean, do you blame this man? This is a country that's so corrupt, stinkingly corrupt, dirty. This corrupt. Niger Bridge, a distance of how many kilometers? Is it up to 2 kilometers? Niger Bridge. That Buhari is building for how many years? 7 years. He has not even finished it. And some foolish, stupid, Nigerians, that the Igbos, that their brain is not even empty heads, are out there praising him. He's building Niger for how many years? For God's sake, what is? Look at how look at the cost. At what cost? They have not even finished building the thing to allow. They don't already build toll gate where they're going to be collecting money. Fine, no problem. We're gonna collect. Put it everywhere, but give us that infrastructure. We're here shouting and thanking them that building Niger. Which Niger? For 7 good years, you're building one bridge. Haba. Come. Nigerians, I beg. We are living in the 21st century. The technology has shown that the world is a global village. The world is a global village. Every part of the world, you can reach it in seconds, minute seconds. Just use your technology well, you will see any part of the world. Even me seated here, through Google Map, I see my village and my house in the village. Why can't you people most of you travel outside. You enjoy what other countries have, even not outside Africa, but other African countries. You enjoy, you see how these people are living. Why is your own, when it comes to Nigeria, you people are so wicked and ignorant about yours? For how long will you allow yourselves to suffer like this? And you are praising these people? Let me ask you one question. The peanuts that are given to you and you keep quiet, is it not that same neighbor that is suffering that will still come, or God help me, and you will still help him? You think God is sleeping? You that is joining them to loot the treasury. What are your plans for tomorrow, for your next tomorrow? Ask yourself how many of the rich men alive those days whose name were reigning. Go and play the former music of People's Club of Nigeria. Tell me how many of them that their children today are normal. Most of the houses they built are already gone. Some of their homes, nobody's living there. Their names that were ringing bell, Osadebe and what's name? Oliver, Sonia, Benizo, all of them they were using to pray. Where are they today? They say this one is this one is that. Today, if you go there, you can find nothing. Is that the life we'll continue to live? It's high time we love our country. It's high time we better think of an alternative to this suffering. And I don't blame this man for casting and cursing these people. The way he is cursing, this man is speaking from the heart. All you people, you think that the curse is laying on you, is coming to you. If not on you, it will come to your children. Because you loot our common patrimony. You loot our common patrimony. Look at Obiano. After looting everything, okay, do you have peace at home? Look at the mad woman you're marrying. You think it's normal? That everything about her is already madness.
I command the forces of nature. I command the power. Like terrible Satan. Let them go and begin to trouble the evil men controlling the wealth of this nation. If you are a Nigerian politician, you are the one making us to suffer. In the midst of plenty, I decree, for as long you drink water, anything you do with water, today I decree, let water begin to run out of your life. Let everything you are labor for begin to go down the drain. In the name of Jesus Christ, evil politicians in this country, for as long you drink water in this land, you are eating from this land, you are the one making us to suffer. In the midst of plenty, I decree, let this water begin to cry against you. Let the water begin to cry against you. In the name of Jesus Christ, let God begin to judge every one of you. In the corridor of power, let God begin to judge every one of you. I command the power, I command the force of nature, forces controlling this water, go and begin to deal with all the evil politicians in the corridor of power, making us to suffer in the midst of plenty. In the name of Jesus Christ, go and begin to trouble them. Go, trouble their generation. For as many using their money to sponsor crime, to sponsor evil in this country, I decree, all you water that is flowing, go and destroy their works. Go and destroy their works. For as many Nigerian politicians sponsoring crime in this country, sponsoring Boko Haram, go and destroy them in the name of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Let this water go and begin to terminate them. In Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much. They think it's a joke. It's not. I want to know something. You that have, okay, Tinubu, you have Budelon, you have Ikoi, you have Abuja. In fact, all over the world, everywhere, all of you people get houses here and there. How many beds, on how many beds do you sleep in one night? Is it not just one? Will you be in Abuja, Lagos, New York, wherever, Dubai, everywhere? Will you be on all these places at the same time? The answer is no. Greed. The answer is capital no. Absolutely. Capital no. That is the answer. You loot, you do anything you want to do, you scatter everything you want to scatter, you finish, you remove. Oh God, what exactly is happening and where are we heading? At the end of the day, you just die. And the country continues to move ahead. But I know one thing. Our Redeemer liveth. Before I go to my next topic, which has to do with the sit at home in Anambra State in particular. I don't want to talk about the whole of Eastern region, but Anambra State. I want you people, like I said, after this man that just swore and laid curses on the evil politicians that are looting our common patrimony, which I believe that those curses he laid will definitely come to pass. In the name of Jesus, amen. So, on the 17th of March last month, during the swearing in, there was this scandal about slapping of Osodieme, the wife of Willie Obiano, that I said, and I say here that those are one of the repercussions associated with when you loot money, the government money, and do not use it rightly. I said Obiano is really in a deep shit. And I can tell you for sure that the worst punishment that can come to a man is when you're not having peace at home. So I don't think he has that peace. And every day is getting worse because the other day I saw the wife, she wants to vie for the post of Senate in their senatorial district under APGA. So he wants to vie for that position. She wants. We remember how what happened between her and the wife of Eze Buruburu one, Ambassador Bianca. So a new video emerged that gave us a clearer view of what really happened. So, excuse me, I just want to show it for you people to see. If you see the way she walked up from her seat, everything was very clear. She moved to Bianca. She touched Bianca and made a statement in Igbo language where she said, HMSNIG fail. I may win election. Meaning that I thought you said we're going to fail, that we will not win this election. The poor, gentle lady Bianca ignored her, started touching her, touched her first, then touched her on her hair gear. Touched her by the shoulder and touched on her hair gear. To tell you how wild an animal she is. Just watch it again. You see, he touched her on the shoulder and still touched her on the head. And still called her a bitch. Just take a look at this again. Can somebody normal behave this way? If you look at this thing, you can see even, I'm sorry to say this, a prostitute on the street in the midst of people like this cannot behave this way. This is supposed to be the first lady of Anambra State. And she's coming out. She has the silly guts to come out to vie for the post of a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the hallowed chambers. Believe it, if this woman wins this election, then something is wrong with people from that senatorial district. If this woman wins this election, then something must be wrong with the people from that senatorial district. If APGA even allows her to be their candidate, then something is wrong with APGA. Let me leave it here. I've never seen something like this. I have never seen such madness. So that is, by the way. Now, the reality in Nigeria today is that our people are very hungry, nothing to eat. The hunger in the land is outrageous. Just listening to what is happening in Nigeria, how the prices of food has skyrocketed.
This video might be the reason why a lot of people dislike the Nigerian president.
This plenty of Buhari was 200 naira before, but presently it's been sold at 900 naira. Granada was sold at 500 naira before, but presently it's been sold at 2,000 naira. This egg was sold at 20 naira before, but currently it's sold at 18 naira. Now imagine how much the crate of an egg. This super bag noodles was sold at 16 naira before, but presently it's sold at 150 naira. And the carton of this before goes for 2,000 naira, but right now a carton of super bag noodles goes for 5,200 naira.
Before na 200 naira, now I don't go to 450 now. People they complain well, they say too cost, too small. Now before now they see money. Now no, before I say one, I go suffer. Before I say one.
This cup of beans was sold at 35 naira before, but presently a cup of beans goes for 120 naira. This cup of rice was sold for 40 naira before, but at the moment a cup of rice now goes for 130 naira.
Formerly, this size of fish we used to sell it at the rate of 400, 450. But now, the way this is getting costly, it's getting out of hand. Now we are not selling this size, 1,000 naira, and people cannot buy it because it's very costly. And that time that we used to sell it 400, 450, we used to buy it in the Korum, like let's say 8,000. But now we are not buying it 23,000 for a carton. And in the carton, it's not less than, let's say, 22 pieces inside the carton. If we sell it less than 1,000 naira, we that is selling it, we run at loss. We are getting tired of it. We don't know what to do. Please, people should come to our help.
This cup of melon was sold at 80 naira before now, but presently a cup of melon goes for 350 naira. This cup of tomatoes before now was sold for 400 naira, but presently this cup of tomatoes now goes for 1,000 naira. Before now, this size of the tube of yam was sold from 150 naira to 200 naira, but presently it's sold at 800 naira. These small tomatoes were sold for 15 naira before now, but presently both of them goes for 200 naira.
A bag of water that used to be 70 naira before, today one sachet is 30 naira, and one bag is 350 naira. How can anybody survive with this kind of change? From 70 naira to 350 naira. That is too much.
We are now borrowing loans so that we can be able to meet up in our.
You see, if you look at these things, I want to know, you guys should not be annoyed one particular about Osibanjo. I have to be. Please don't forget to go to my YouTube channel, like and share. Subscribe equally. I have to be. Osibanjo is a professor. Osibanjo, I understand, is a senior advocate of Nigeria, his son. That means a legal luminary. Osibanjo is a pastor. By virtue of it, his morality cannot be equal to the ordinary Nigerian. Osibanjo knows very well what he is doing. My question then is, why is it that when these people are suffering like this, when Nigerians are suffering this way, Osibanjo is indifferent? Why? Osibanjo is now coming out to tell us that he's going to improve on Buhari's legacy. What legacy? Are you not part of this government? Or are you coming from the moon? Let nobody come and tell me he cannot do anything. After all, he's vice president. If you cannot do anything, you resign. It would have been better for Osibanjo to have resigned and now apply as a presidential candidate. I tell you, most Nigerians will go for him even without question. But he is involved in this mess from the beginning to the end. Were you not there when Nigeria was taken over by OIC? What did you do? Are you not there when millions and thousands of Nigerians are being killed all over the country? What did you say? What did you do? How many times have you come out to say openly, or even to address your president? After all, were you not elected? I think they impeach you. Before they impeach you, you resign. At least as a pastor, you clear your conscience. What is this? What is this? What is this, for God's sake? Anyway, I want to stop here because I still have a lot to talk about. If I talk, it will get too boring. It's running into about 75 minutes we have been on. I will talk about my beautiful state, Anambra, and my wonderful governor, CC Soludo, that God has given to us. Then we'll still talk about the politics in Nigeria and all those who are vying for power. Once again, don't forget to go to my YouTube page, like, subscribe, and share. I am your host, Nze Ikay. I will be leaving you, but I would love you to listen to the end first. How Nigerians are feeling the economic crunch today in the market.
Our markets. And after borrowing the loan now, we are not still meeting up. And our children are in the school, but they cannot wait where they are. They will be complaining that this is very costly. When we give them money to go to school, before a week time, they will be asking for another money. That what we gave to them is not enough because the waiting is costly in the market. Government should please, they should see to it because we are getting tired. Most especially me. All the money that I borrowed, they have all finished. So I'm still looking for another one to borrow. They should please come and help us out.
Before now, 18 of peak milk was sold at 18 naira, but presently 18 of peak milk is now 300 naira.
You can't even inside your bread these days again because there's no oil inside anymore. They no longer put oil, they put water now. A lot of things has changed. The society is now becoming very hostile for us to survive.
This brown soap was sold at 120 naira before now, but at the moment, this brown soap is sold at 400 naira.
Before, I used to go to market with 10,000 naira to buy what I will cook, and at least I will be happy. But today now, even 27,000 naira is not enough. If I buy something of 27 naira, it will be remaining 220 naira for transportation back home. We are supposed to go with 50 naira and paying 200 naira. My brother, the country is too bad. Sometimes I will sell food for people, they will be insulting me. I will come to buy, they will be insulting me. How will it be? People should help us. The problem why I'm trying to complain is that the government are not helping us. You can imagine whereby someone will be buying something or pricing something from a seller and the seller will be insulting that person. As look as I am now, if who I want to buy something for insult me and I start fighting in the market, what will people say? They will start to, as they want to take me to station. One day I will keep person in this market because of the way things is cost. People should find how to amend it because of me. I no get joy with the way they insult me.
This could be the reason why majority of Nigerians don't like their president. He doesn't communicate personally with his citizens. The society is becoming more hostile. People cannot even survive anymore. Nothing has changed about their income. Look at them. How are these people surviving? It is only God in heaven that knows how these people are able to survive. Before now, I used to buy sardine for 70 naira. Sardine is now 800 naira. What has changed about my income? Nothing. How are people surviving? It is in times like this that the president needs to come close to his citizens. Let them hear from him. Even if Mr. President has experts that are working behind the scenes to manipulate policies or implement policies that will make the economy stable again, Mr. President has to say something. Not every Nigerian is literate enough to understand the concept of economics, because all we keep seeing every day is that the prices of commodities, they just keep increasing every single day, and nobody knows if this situation is going to get better. This could just be the reason why a lot of Nigerians don't like the president. He doesn't have any close relationship with its citizens.
Yeah, the cost of things these days is very high. A lot of people are complaining, especially the poor. No work, no source of income, and people are saying that they want government to help them. With this one, I believe that government should show concern these things. Everything is very expensive. People are really getting out of hunger. A lot of people are a lot of things happening. People are even trying to give up because of the way the things are very costly. So government should help us.
Well, this is the sad reality in today's Nigeria. Our people are seeing hell. People are really suffering. Nothing, no amount of money now, they cannot be able to buy anything. For today, this is where I hang up. And please don't forget to go to my YouTube channel, which is here, clearly indicated. Get yourself, like it, share, subscribe. Before then, I leave you with the words of late Dim Ojukwu.
We have tried to live a Nigeria designed by Great Britain and handed to us. We have found it difficult to live in that Nigeria. We have fought a civil war, killed so many people, and still we have the same problems reoccurring. Perhaps the time has come to revisit the very foundations of Nigeria.